the tea, and it is terrific Tuesday. So I know that you're probably having a pretty good day. I hope you are. Mine was it was pretty good overall. I made it through, right? So I'm gonna move on into day number 15 of mindfulness. So I've been doing 15 days of mindfulness. In case you have been keeping up, it's all right. I'll get you up to speed. But this one right here is going to be powered on by Dimes. All right. So powered on Dimes is an it's a streaming source with March Dimes. And so all the streamers are right now, all this whole entire week, doing, can you guess what? For Prematurity Awareness Month. And so I'm taking the liberty of joining in on this. I know it seems a little bit weird because I'm not a gamer, but since I am a podcaster, I look at it as if, hey, I can do this and try to see how it works. So what I'm doing is I am asking for your donation. I am asking for your donation to support March of Dimes. You can click the link that is within that live stream right there. And if you have $7, that's wonderful. If you only have $2, that's still awesome. But I'm asking for you to donate anything that you have that is available for you, that's affordable for you, I should say, because I don't want to, ask for $50 and you don't have $50. So I'm just going to ask you to give what you can. And it actually goes to March Dimes. It does not go to me personally. Just want to get that clear. This is not me benefiting nothing. Okay. All I'm doing is doing what I do best is advocating for others. We're definitely advocating for moms. So that way they can be able to do what they need to do and take care of our babies. So before I get too far into it, we're gonna go into this day 15 of mindfulness. Are you ready? I'll give you 30 seconds to get your mind together. Hold on, let's see. All right. Now, so today's card is, if you can see it, the what over the why. So at times we're always asking, what? What just happened? What? But then we forget about the why. So let's see what this card says. You ready? So it said, when it comes to working with thoughts and emotions, it is important to know what is happening before you try to understand why it is happening. All right, I'm going to do that again. So when it comes to working with our thoughts and emotions, it is important to know what is happening before you try to understand why it is happening. There are many reasons why certain thought patterns arise, but if you can't see them clearly, then you can't start to work with them. Mm, good point. If I can't see them clearly, then how am I going to work with them? Okay, let me not get too far ahead. All right, so take an afternoon and make it a priority to clearly identify what categories of thoughts or emotions arise in your mind. For example, if you're planning, if you're worrying, if you're fear, if it's excitement, whatever that it may be, notice that the categories that come up frequently, knowing that you are worrying, developing healthy practices to address that thought pattern is more than fixating on what you are worrying about. So sometimes when we're worrying, we're constantly worrying about something bad is going to happen because that's what worrying is. That means that you're constantly thinking something negative is about to happen. So you constantly worry, and it's constantly a negative thought. That's why it's called worry. All right, but instead of us doing that, if we start to look at what instead of me fixating on it, what's going to be the actual solution to this? So instead of worrying about the what is happening, we need to understand the why. Hmm, this one can get a little bit deep. It really can. Because if you start to think about, let's talk about March of Dimes and it's Prematurity Awareness Month. So, why are children born premature? Because what is happening? What is the what? Remember the what over the why. So what is happening is that there are a lot of premature births, right? And so my post today asked that question: if you became pregnant, will you have adequate access to care wherever that you're located? I don't know where you are, okay? But if you become pregnant, will you have adequate access to care? Now, if you're in a big city, you probably have access. If you're in a small city, you know, maybe a little town, you may or may not have access. But if you're in some of these rural areas, there are people that don't have access at all. See, sometimes we don't think about other people. We only tend to think about just ourselves. We only focus on us, or me, right? But you ask yourself that question, like, why are the prematurity rates so high? Well, there's something to think about. So we have to figure out the why, right? So the what over the why. What is actually going on and why is this happening? How can we make sure that we have access? Not we, but how can we make sure that moms have access to prenatal care? How can we make sure they have access to going to a doctor? Is there a doctor in your area? It's something to think about. So yes, I tied this into the what over the why and tied it into March and I because I felt like it's an important conversation for us to have. Excuse me, because we don't normally have it for one, right? Nobody tends to want to talk about it until it's a little bit too late. Then you want to try to have a conversation about it, and it's like, well, what do we do? So that's the question. What do we do? So I'm going to share this little bit with you if I can pull it up, maybe, maybe not. So let me try to pull it up this way. So one thing I want you to remember is that everyone doesn't have easy accessibility to what you have. So one thing that happens with March of Dimes for 2022, it says nowhere to go maternity care deserts across the US, the United States. 2022 report. All right, so guess what grade? Guess what grade the US received? Can you guess? Guess what grade the US received? Now, usually some of you probably already have children. So if you have a child that's getting some grades at school, and what grade is acceptable for you? Of course, an A. An A is acceptable because we want everybody to have an A, but they didn't get an A. Maybe a B. You think it was a B? No, wasn't a B. Sometimes we can use B for better, but it wasn't a B. Hmm. C? You would accept a C from your child bringing home some C's? Hmm. The U.S. didn't receive a C either. Yeah. You thought it was an A or B or a C? Nope, it wasn't an A, or B, or a C. It's a D. A D. Oh my God. So if no one else is alarmed, I mean, you should be alarmed because you know somebody right now that's probably pregnant. If you're watching this, if you're listening to it on a repeat, you probably know somebody right now that's pregnant. And so I want you to think about what care are they receiving, regardless of their income, regardless of their ethnicity, their culture background. That's irrelevant. What kind of care are they receiving if the United States received a D plus, a D plus grade for preterm birth? So, building on the 2022 Maternity Care Desert Reports, the 2022 March of Dimes report card, it further sheds light on the state of the maternal and infant care by presenting the latest data of our health measures. So how are we going to protect our families if the whole United States has a D plus? Has a D plus. Now, let me just go ahead and share this little question for you. Okay. So which group of women are 3 times more likely to die during maternity? Anybody want to take a stab? Which group of women are 3 times more likely to die during maternity? Hmm. Still thinking about it, huh? Well, unfortunately, it's black women. Black women face the worst outcome from pregnancy and childbirth. And I'm not just saying this because I'm African American. I'm not just saying this because I'm African American. I'm just letting you know what the statistics say. Okay, so black women face among the worst outcomes from pregnancy and childbirth. Hmm. And did you know that from starting November 14th, which was yesterday, is Maternal and Infant Health Week, and then also Prematurity Awareness Month? So let's not talk about it after the fact. Let's talk about it now. Okay, it's time for you to talk about it now. I got one more question for you. So, and then I'm not gonna, you know, get too far across of what's going on. So it says, hold on. So what do I need to know about the 2022 Maternity Care Desert Report? Now y'all have heard of food deserts and all these other things, right? But these desert reports, what do you need to know about it? Well, it's pretty much saying that our most vulnerable communities are losing access to maternity health care because there's hospitals that are closing. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I'm in Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma there are hospitals that are closing. Okay, the loss of providers. We're not having the providers that are able to give the care that they need to. Okay, so they're putting our families at greater danger because we're not able to have access to those resources. Anyways, I don't want to keep talking. You know I can talk. Okay. But I wanted to come on here and just have that conversation with you and encourage you to donate to March of Dimes. Yes, I'm doing this challenge all week long. From it started on Sunday all the way till Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yeah, I had to think for a minute. Yes, it's all the way to Saturday. But I asked for you to donate to Share the Tea. Share the Tea with me. Share the Tea with me. Share the Tea with V, and you can click on that little link right there that you see, and you can make a donation of any kind. I'm spreading the awareness of Prematurity Awareness Month, and I'm partnering with March of Dimes, Powered on Dimes for all streamers. And so I'm asking for your support because our moms deserve better. If you're a mom, you deserve better. If you know someone that's a mom, they deserve better. So by you making a small donation, all I'm asking for is $7. If you can donate $7 from each of my followers, that'll be wonderful. And that would make an impact to March Dimes. Just to put this up for you in case you're wondering, well, what does it go to or what does it benefit for? So with $5, that's 50 dimes, and it can support a newborn screening, okay, through our advocacy work, March of Dimes advocacy work. And so $10 advocates a hundred dimes, and it can help fund programs to help pregnant people quit smoking. That's an issue. That's another issue. And so the more that you donate, the more that you're able to help and assist. But all I'm asking for is $7. So I'm asking for your support. You can click that link, and hey, let's continue to advocate for our moms, ourselves, and definitely our families. Thank you for listening to Share the Tea with me. Hey, I'll see you tonight for Share the Tea Tuesdays. We got a special guest coming up. See you later. Bye bye.